Good morning, everybody, and Merry Christmas. And as Stephen A. alluded to, 2020, an extremely challenging year. Our heart is with the Bryant family, as we just saw that montage, and with Kobe. But guys, what we hope to be today right here at ESPN is a bit of a respite. Yes, it's been challenging, but sports bring us together. Sports are distraction we need right now, and we have 5 incredible games today, plus 2 hours of Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman. Max, you look great in that sweater. Well, I'm loving it. And here are the matchups, guys. Pelicans, Heat, Warriors, Bucks. Yeah. Let me just run through these games. Nets, Celtics, Mavs, Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets. It all starts at noon. Go ahead, Max.
It's a great slate today. It's unbelievable. But I just want to say, Merry Christmas, Stephen A. Merry Christmas, Molly.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thank you. You too.
And I want to say, they say Christmas is a day for miracles. A miracle has happened today, Molly. Are you ready for this miracle?
What?
This is the first time in the history of doing the show, First Take with Max Kellerman, that I'm actually jealous of his outfit. I've never felt that way before. But that's a pretty fly sweater. I know. Right there. I really wish
he does look very cute.
I have to give credit.
Very handsome, Max.
That's a pretty fly sweater right there. I got to admit it. I wish I had that. That's pretty nice.
I love the spirit you're bringing. You look very handsome, Max. All right. We ready to do this, guys? So we've got 5 games, and let's have some fun for 2 hours. Give people a little bit of a break. And then, obviously, all day long on ESPN and ABC, you saw that slate. Incredible game. So here's the deal. Mavs owner Mark Cuban, he's going to be with us in just a bit. I want to focus on his squad. Luka Doncic, the MVP favorite. That, according to Vegas. Dallas facing LeBron, AD, and the Lakers today. Max, do you think the Mavs are the biggest threat to the Lakers in the West?
I do. I think the Mavs are the biggest threat. And they're playing now without Porzingis, but that's because they're being careful. They want him healthy, obviously, this season. And you saw what Porzingis did in the bubble in the playoffs right before he got hurt. He was a monster. He was the crime partner Luka had that Kawhi, frankly, didn't. And by the way, had Porzingis not gotten hurt in that series, I'm very confident the Mavs would have beaten the Clippers. That's right. I picked the Clippers to go all the way. I thought they would have gotten knocked out in the first round by that Mavs team. And with another year of experience, they should be better. Guys, you know, I always talk about how the two-way wing is the quickest way to a championship when you pair those guys together, Jordan and Pippen or LeBron and Wade. But as the game has evolved increasingly, it's not just the two-way wing. It's the wing who's also the ball-dominant kind of offense organizer like LeBron or Luka. Luka Doncic, I think, is going to win MVP this year. He's already one of the best players in the game. And then Porzingis, as I mentioned, he has a guy, people forget the trajectory of Porzingis' career. Before he got hurt, he, to me, looked like he was evolving into a potential MVP one day. They have 2 guys like that, and they both perform under pressure. We saw that in these playoffs. And then, guys, look at the supporting cast. Tim Hardaway Jr. actually became a good player. Not just a guy with a name who scores points on a bad team, but an actual player. He hits shots from outside. His defense got better. He can go get a shot if he needs to. Like, he's a player. And Kleba and Dorian Finney-Smith at the forward positions, or especially if Finney-Smith shoots like he did last year, guys, can bomb from the outside and defend. And now they have Josh Richardson. They gave up some shooting in Seth Curry. But the bottom line is Richardson's a better player. That's why he plays more minutes, because he can also really defend, and he can hit some shots from the outside. Guys, I really think that this Mavs team, and finally, Stephen A., when you saw that Suns game, what impressed me is without Porzingis, because the Suns were getting after it. Without Porzingis, the Mavs are exceptionally well coached. Carlisle has a deep playbook. No matter what the defense does, the offense has an answer. 2, 3, 4 adjustments, doesn't matter, and everyone's exactly where they need to be. I think the Mavs are going to be the biggest threat.
I respect the Mavs. I recognize the fact that that's possible, but I still believe that the Clippers are going to be the biggest threat to the Los Angeles Lakers. When I think about how highly motivated Kawhi Leonard and Paul George need to be, knowing Ty Lue the way that I do and the buttons that he's going to be able to push, with the acquisition of Serge Ibaka, which I think is an upgrade from Montrezl Harrell. I like Montrezl Harrell a lot. I like his energy. I like his fervor. I like him, coming off the bench and what have you. That was great. but he's not Serge Ibaka, particularly come postseason time and particularly when it comes to being a perimeter threat and a rim protector. The combination of those two elements combined with the fact that Kawhi Leonard, the guy that you had as the best player in the world, at least until the playoffs ended just a few months ago, Max Kellerman, you had him as the best player in the world. I think this dude responds to the challenge because, damn it, he needs to. And as a result, him and Paul George, as formidable as they can be, I think they will be the number one threat to the Los Angeles Lakers because this is it. I don't think if you're the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George can't get it done for you this year, they're not going to get it done at all. That's how I view it. And I don't think they're going to be able to beat the Lakers, but I do think that they'll be able to beat anybody else. And I think that that's what this is about. This is going to come down to that confrontation that we were waiting for all of last season. We were waiting desperately for it, and we were going to get it, but the Clippers wet the bed and gave up a 3-1 lead to Denver in the Western Conference semifinals. I don't think something like that is going to happen this year. I think they were devoid of leadership. I think that, again, Ty Lue with a highly motivated Leonard and Paul George, I think they answer the call, and I think they get to the conference finals to meet the Lakers.
Well, Stephen A., it's true. I did have Kawhi as the best player in the world last year until the end of until they got bounced from the playoffs. But you're forgetting one important thing. It's a fluid list. The list is fluid, and it changes depending on stuff,
Good
just
one.
like Stephen's A list. It's a fluid list.
Well, my list is fluid because it's the NFL A list week to week because it's 16 games in the NFL season and week to week. That's it. I didn't think that was applicable to being the best player in the world, but then I forgot I'm talking to you, who had Giannis as the best player in the world the year before that on a Thursday, and by that Monday you had him ranked 5. So I apologize. I should have known. I should have known.
Hey, that's Friday. Hold up. You're just glossing over Friday and Saturday and Sunday? That's 3 days. A lot can change in 3 days.
I'm just saying, how do you spend a year calling a guy the best player in the world and 3 days later, he goes from 1 to 5? I don't understand.
It's called prisoner of the moment.
You can have a bad weekend.
I do it without many problems, to tell you the truth. I do it. I go to sleep at night very comfortably. Stephen A.
Yeah, you do seem very relaxed. You need a cigar and some cocoa.
No question, a little Bing Crosby. I don't think that Kawhi is, suddenly the 5th best player in the world. He may be the top under LeBron are tightly packed, but you could argue he's the 2nd best player in the world. My issue is not with Kawhi. And the Game 7 notwithstanding against the Nuggets, Kawhi is an extremely, historically great clutch player. Paul George isn't. Your second banana has to be a guy who performs under pressure. The reason I like the Mavs is I've seen that in Porzingis. There's nothing, he was not going to be stopped. I have not seen that in Paul George.
All right. Can we keep it going, guys? Because I got another one for you. At 5, this is going to be a lot of fun. KD and Kyrie heading to Boston to take on that loaded Celtics crew. Stephen A., you're up here first. Do you think the Nets should be concerned about the Boston Celtics?
I don't think so. Listen, I respect the hell out of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. I think they're 2 stars in this league. My problem is I don't like their depth. I really, really don't. And because of that, listen, you got to get Kemba Walker healthy. We understand that because I think they're a different team. When he's lighting it up, combined with those 2 on